everyone, welcome back to our channel.
We're the Dawnties.
My name is Richele.
Who am I?
Hey, Madonna, can we get on with it now? She said it!
In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my entire Ralph Breaks the Internet and Wreck-It Ralph pin collection.
Okay.
So as you know, or maybe you don't know, but a couple of months ago we had a bet and I won.
I lost.
And I used with my winning money to get an additional custom pin board for my Ralph pin collection because it was a little full.
Looks better now.
It does look better now.
That I paid my bills.
So we have both boards here. So we have this one in the shape of Vanellope, which is my newest one. And we have my original one that is the silhouette of Ralph himself.
He gonna wreck it.
So we're going to take you on a tour of all of the pins now that they're decently arranged.
And they're not crying for help. They weren't going, I'm about to fall! Help me! Help me!
It was bad. Alright, so let's get into my pin collection. Alright, so starting with the Vanellope pin board, I have this So Sweet scented pin that came out from Disney last year. And this looks like it is a limited edition of just 2,000. I love this one. It's so colorful. This next one I think was an employee center pin, but I love it because it looks like you're looking at a picture on Instagram on your phone. So you have like the time, the battery, the Wi-Fi connection, just super, super cute. And it is my favorite princess, Belle, with Donna's favorite princess, Vanellope, and it says High Tea for 2. And this is a limited edition of just $150. And this is a pin that was gifted to me by Walt Life Salt Life. This is the little racing pin that Disney came out with, and I love just all the glitter sparkles on it. And this one is a limited edition of 4,000. This next pin of Vanellope is from the Disney Studio Store Hollywood. I love how she's holding a giant bucket of popcorn looking oh so happy. And this was an open edition, so there is no LE size, but you can see the classic Disney Studio Store Hollywood ice cream waffle print on the back. This next one was a pin that Disney released last year in little ornament packaging, and it says, "Hey, I'm a princess too." Yes, you are, Vanellope. And this is just limited release from the Disney Parks 2020. The next pins I will be showing are all from the same collection. This is from the Ralph Breaks the Internet Mystery Pin Collection that came out, I think, in 2018 when the movie came out. And this is basically Vanellope with all of the different princesses. And I think there's only 10. So not every princess is represented, but I love how the princesses are all in their pajamas. And yeah, I think these are limited release, maybe? Oh, it doesn't even say that, but I don't think these were around for very long. Like, once they sold out, they sold out. But we were able to get this on our trip in November of 2018. The next one we have from that collection is Sleeping Beauties, and of course, this one features Aurora. Super cute. I love it. Then we have the same image from the pin I showed earlier with Belle, and it says High Tea for 2. And it looks like a little Mrs. Potts and a little chip as well, which I absolutely love that detail. So cute. Next up we have Cinderella, and it says we be like rushing to get home. It's 11:59 p.m. and there is Vanellope racing the actual carriage from Cinderella. These remind me of like memes. But here is Jasmine, and it says Infinite Wishes, and it has the genie lamp up at the top. I love this set so much. It's so fun and so colorful. Next up, we have a Rapunzel, and it says long hair problems. And she looks so annoyed with Vanellope climbing up her long hair. So cute. Next, we have Merida, and it says curly hair don't care. And Vanellope, I don't even know what she's thinking, but I can only imagine. Next up, we have Mulan, which I think is one of my favorite pins because of all the cut-out details in this pin. So this looks so cool. Then we have Snow White, and it says eat your fruit with Vanellope handing over the poison apple, and Snow White is like, no ma'am, don't think so. And the last one in that collection is Tiana, and she is holding out a frog, and Vanellope is saying that is so not worth it. I love all of these pins. This is like my favorite mystery pin collection ever. I'm pretty sure. They're so fun. So here is just an emoji type pin of Vanellope with little hearts, and I love all the candy in her hair. And this is from Disneyland Paris. Fancy. This next one is actually a Loungefly pin, and it is Vanellope again with that sassy look on her face. And you can see it does have the classic Funko Loungefly logo on the back, and it's so cute. And then this pin I think is from the Disney store, so it's like another emoji type pin, and it just says copyright Disney on the back, made in China. The next pin is actually a Loungefly pin. This is a limited edition of just 1,000. This came out when the Vanellope backpack came out earlier this year, back in April. And both of these wheels do spin, so it's super fun to spin the wheels. And I love that she's in her racer. I really love the racer aspect of all of these pins. But yeah, I love that they chose her in her little race car. So fun and so glittery. The next set of pins is another mystery collection. This is from Loungefly, and these are all of the little racers. If you saw us open this set earlier this year, we gave them our own names because I don't know all their names. But here is one little racer. This one I think we called Candlehead, and her actual name is Candlehead in the movie, so there she is right there. And then of course we do know Taffeta, so there she is looking so mean, so angry, so agitated and annoyed with Vanellope. Then we have another one, again, don't know her name, but she's cute. Little cherries maybe, a little cherry hat and cherry hair ties, maybe? And then I think my favorite one from the set, besides the Chase Vanellope, is this one, because her little hair looks like shaved ice. It's so pretty and so fun, and definitely reminds me of like 70s. Love it. The next pin that I have on this board is the digital or digitized Fix-It Felix himself. This came in a 2-pin set from the Disney parks, and there is also a Ralph one that matches it that's on my other board that you will see in just a little bit. But there is Felix. Then we have my first King Candy pin. So this is from a mystery set. I think it's called World of Evil from the Disney parks. And yeah, it has the artist signature on it, which is really cool. And this was from 2016, maybe? I think that's what that says. It's an older set, but they are all these villains, and they look super cute in this collection. The only other King Candy pin I have is this one. This is from the Disney Studio Store Hollywood, and this is actually an open edition. So again, not an LE size at all, but it does have that signature print of the ice cream cones on the back, Disney Studio Store Hollywood, and I love this King Candy pin. The next pin I have is my only pin of Mr. Knows More, and this is from Ralph Breaks the Internet. Now this is also from Disney Studio Store Hollywood, but this one is a limited edition of just 400. Super nice, and I love this character. I think he's super cute, and this is a pretty good pin I have. I like it. And the last pin on the first board of my collection is the famous little heart that Vanellope makes for Ralph that says, "You're my hero." And this was from the Disney store. I think it came in a set with Vanellope and Ralph as well. But I just love the You're My Hero pin. So starting on my second pin board, the Ralph pin board. This one says Wreck-It Ralph. I love the style of this, and I love that he's digitized in this pin. And this is a limited edition of 900, and it came out in 2015 at the Disney store. I don't know how I came across this. I don't know if it was a trade or a purchase, but I am so glad to have it in my pin collection. The next pin is an open edition pin from the parks, and it says, "I'm gonna wreck it," which is of course his catchphrase. And yeah, it's just silver back. It came out in 2016-ish, around there. It's been a few years, and I was lucky enough to grab this one. The next pin is the Ralph pin that came from the Disney store with the heart that says, "You're my hero." And he is so cute. I love the style that they put Ralph and Vanellope in. So adorable. Here's another open edition pin from the parks, and it says, "Hi-ya!" And we have Ralph there just being himself and wrecking everything. And this was from also a few years ago, 2016, I think is what it says, but just an open edition from the Disney parks. So this next pin is Ralph and Vanellope looking so adorable, and this is from Disneyland Paris. No limited edition, it is just an open edition, but I absolutely love them. So the next pin that I have here is the Lunchbox pin. This was a monthly release from the Disney parks several years back. It is a limited edition of 1,500. And whenever you open it up, you have all of this amazing goodness, including the cookie that says, "You're my hero." The next pin I have is just a head emoji pin from Disneyland Paris. So another Disneyland Paris pin with my guy, Ralph, where he's probably wrecking it somewhere. And here is the digitized Ralph head that came with the Felix pin that I showed a little while ago. Again, open edition 2-pin set from the Disney parks. This pin is from the Disney Studio Store Hollywood, and this is a limited edition of 400. This is such a cool pin, and I do have the next pin you're going to see goes with it. This was a 2-pin set from Disney Studio Store Hollywood. And here is Vanellope again flying through, I guess, the Wi-Fi area, and rainbows happen to be following them from behind. Again, this is also Disney Studio Store Hollywood, limited edition of 400. Here is another Disney Studio Store Hollywood pin of Ralph working through the internet. You can see the like button, a little chat, a little text box, a little email icon, little I am here pinpoint, just so much fun. And this is a limited edition of 400 as well. The next pin is probably the most colorful pin on both boards combined. This is, I call this a cluster pin of several emojis of Ralph and Vanellope, and of course the pancakes and the milkshakes from the end credit scene from Ralph Breaks the Internet. This is Disney Studio Store Hollywood pin, LE size of just 400. And this pin is huge and colorful, and I absolutely love it. So the next pin is from the Disney Studio Store Hollywood. Apparently they had a pin trading event a while back. So this is Ralph and Vanellope, and again, limited edition of 400. The next pin is a limited edition pin from the Disney parks. I love this one. They did a monthly series with several movies, and this was one of the months in that release in that year, I think 2018. And so you have on one side Felix and Ralph, and you flip this middle piece over and you have Ralph and Vanellope there. And this is a limited edition of 2,000. So this next pin is actually from the Disney Movie Club, and I love that this has the same kind of feature, looking like it's looking on Instagram on your phone, and with all the likes and the time and the battery, just so much detail on this pin. And again, this is from the Disney Movie Club. This next pin is super fun. So we have Ralph and Vanellope. They look like they're in a photo booth, and this is like the film strip that prints out. This is another one from the Disney Studio Store Hollywood, limited edition of 400. I love the size of this, and it's so adorable. So this is a fantasy pin that I purchased last summer of 2020. There was a seller on Facebook that made a whole bunch of Disney characters wearing the face masks to kind of commemorate, what we were all going through at the start of the pandemic and with Disney shut down. So I had to get Ralph and Vanellope. The next pin is an open edition pin from the Disney parks from Christmas a couple of years ago. And I love how they made the little eraser and all the background all Christmassy. Like, it totally goes, and Ralph just back there having fun. And this was from Christmas season 2019. I love this one so much. So here is another Christmas pin from the Disney parks. This was from a Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party 2018. And what I love about this is that the wreath actually lifts up, and you can see them a little bit better there. Vanellope wrapped up Ralph with the Christmas ribbon. I absolutely love this. Now this one is a limited edition of 5,500, again from the Disney parks. So the next pin is from the Disney store when they were celebrating an anniversary, and you have Ralph and Vanellope there in their signature pose. And yeah, like I said, this is from the 30th anniversary of the Disney store. So this is another Christmas pin. This is just an open edition from the Disney parks. So it's not LE or anything, but I love how they're decorating with little jewels. Super fun. And this is from several years ago. I think it says 2014 if I'm reading it correctly. It's really small, but just an open edition Christmas pin from Disney. This next pin is this Ralph soda. So it says Power Up Punch, and this is from a mystery set from the Disney parks. This was a blind bag set that we got, I think in 2019, on one of our trips that year. We actually opened this up in a video at the parks themselves. So that was really fun. And yes, I had to keep the Ralph from that collection. The next pin is a Ralph pumpkin. It does glow in the dark, and this is from, I think, 2020. This is a limited release, and this was with all of those pumpkins with characters that looked really, really weird, but I was able to trade and get Ralph to add to my Ralph collection. And the very last pin in my entire Ralph collection is Ralph on the red carpet, and this is a Disney Studio Store Hollywood pin, which means this is another limited edition of 400. I didn't realize I had so many DSSH pins, but they are all gorgeous, and I love that they do so much Ralph. It's amazing.
Spinny, spinny, and the farting rainbows.
So that was a look at all of my pins for both of these movies. I love this movie so much, and this is one of the very few collections that I have where I collect everything from the movies, not just a certain character, because they're so colorful. And I'm sorry, the concept for both Wreck-It Ralph and Ralph Breaks the Internet are genius. They blow me away. I think the concept is incredible. So, what is your favorite pin out of both boards?
Well, you know it's the one where they're farting rainbows.
Okay, that's not fair. That's 2 pins. Yeah, but they're a set. It's a set. They're fart rainbows.
I think mine is this character cluster pin with from Ralph Breaks the Internet from the end credit scene. I think that is my favorite pin. It's so big and so colorful, but honestly, I love them all. I really, really do. So leave a comment down below. Let me know which of these pins is your favorite, and if you have any of these same pins, or if you also collect from either one of these movies, let me know, because I don't think it gets enough love.
Do you like where they're farting rainbows?
That's gonna do it for us today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.
Bye.
Bye.